All right, so tell me if this sounds familiar. You talk to a prospect, you get excited about the project, you know exactly what you're gonna do, and then the next thing you do is you start the work. And you skip the part where maybe you gave them a proposal or even had them sign a contract, right? I get it. I've been there before where it's a exciting time where you have somebody who's interested in your services and maybe they're even a friend or someone that you know. And so you end up skipping those steps where you should have a proposal in place or even just something that outlines how you're going to work together. And it's fine for a while, right? It goes along just fine. The project's good. But at some point, there comes a point where you might feel like, you know, the work that you're doing maybe is more work than you're getting paid to do. Or maybe there's a point where your client feels like they're not satisfied or getting the result that they thought they paid for, even though you felt like you're doing everything you can. Well, this is a natural thing that happens in a lot of businesses, that we end up taking steps or skipping steps when we really know that we should. And we feel like, you know, not having a contract is kind of just a way to have a handshake deal, and it's just a friendlier way to do business. And what I got to say is that it's never too late to put a proposal or contract back in place, because doing those things, even after what you've started with a handshake deal, is an opportunity to get on the same page with that client and get on the same page in the form of making sure you're getting paid what you're worth, but also making sure they feel like they're getting the services that you want. So if you're looking for a strategy as to kind of how to approach a client that maybe you skip that step on, it's really quite simple. And you'll know when it's time to do this because you're feeling frustrated about how things are going, or the client is, and that's making you frustrated as well. So the way I would approach a client like that is I'd say something like, hey, you know, we've been working together for a while, and you know, we never really outlined exactly, you know, on paper what exactly you're wanting from me. I know that since we started working together, things have shifted and changed on your end, and the things that I've been doing have kind of changed to reflect that. What I'd like to do is just sit down with you and kind of have a look at everything I'm doing, everything you want to go, and take a look at where we are here today and what your plans are, so that way I can plan accordingly. And would you be willing to do that? You'll find that the clients you want to keep are willing to sit down and talk to you about that. And during that meeting, it's a chance for you to kind of start over and really look at what you're doing for them, even if a project's midway, right? And then document on paper. As part two to that, then what you can say to them after you have this discussion about what it is you're doing and what they'd like to do is, hey, I'm just going to formalize this on paper. I'm going to write down what I heard, come back to you and share with you what to make sure that I'm doing the services that and providing the level of work that you want me to. And again, a client that you want to keep is going to appreciate that. And that's your opportunity to share with them and outline what you're asking them to invest on the project. And any discrepancy between what you're providing and what they're paying is going to come out there, but it's going to come from a place of just wanting to make sure they're getting the best service. So like I said, it's never too late to put that into play. If you're having a frustrating experience with a client, this is a great exercise to go through that's going to help both of you to feel less burdened by the working relationship. And it's another lesson for you to look at really making sure that that's a part of your process from the beginning. So go ahead and try that out. If it's something that you're wanting to fix, if you're wanting to have a new and fresh start with a client, the best way to do that is just to get that all on paper and make sure you're on the same page.